On the 25th of September 2024, the Meghalaya Cabinet convened to discuss and approve several key measures, including amendments to the Meghalaya Excise Rules. One significant change involves the introduction of a composite license for hotels, allowing them to obtain a single license for food and beverage services instead of applying for separate licenses for hotels, restaurants, and bars. Additionally, the Cabinet approved the implementation of a QR code tracking system for products under the Excise Department. This system will facilitate real-time tracking of liquor bottles sold in Meghalaya, enabling updates on stock, production and sales, as well as monitoring revenue generated from these sales.
Certain changes in certain rules of the Excise Department. Without going into the technicalities, I will just briefly explain what these rules are. The first rule that we have changed and provisions that we have brought in is for the concept of what we call a composite license. This is being done in view of the different hotels and especially the five-star hotels that have come up and that are going to come up in the future. To give it a more structured system. Earlier, the licenses that were given to the different hotels were based on the restaurant or the bars, which means that if a particular hotel had 4 bars or 4 restaurants, then they would have to take 4 different licenses for each of these different restaurants or bars if they wanted to serve license. So the idea is to give one composite license to the entire entity so that they don't have to apply for separate licenses. And obviously the charges for these are going to be higher compared to the normal bar licenses, and that is the amendment that was proposed today by the Excise Department, and we have cleared that. And so the proposal for composite license for hotels has been cleared today by the Cabinet. Also, we have cleared the proposal by the Excise Department to have a QR code based tracking system for the different products being sold by the Excise Department, which basically in simple terms means that every bottle that is going to be sold in Meghalaya is going to have a QR code tracking QR code on it. This will help us to track the entire journey or whatever you call it of the bottle, so that we know exactly where it had, which shop it was supposed to be sold, if there is any leakage in the system. So we'll be able to track this entire system, and we are expecting that this will have anything between 5% to 10% of impact on the overall revenue. And the leakage that we are seeing in today's system will be plugged by the use of the QR code technology. And this is one thing that we have been wanting to implement in the Excise Department. And we are happy that today this has been cleared by and approved by the Cabinet. And we'll take this forward.
In other decisions, the Cabinet approved the appointment of retired Lieutenant Colonel Sebastian Marbanyang as the Zila Sainik Welfare Officer for Shillong for a term of 5 years. It also approved the appointment of retired IPS Officer Haimon Langnongplu as a non-judicial member of the Human Rights Commission.
After the retirement of one of the non-judicial members in the Meghalaya Human Rights Commission, we had a selection committee which is headed by Chief Minister, which had proposed the name of Shri H. Nongplu, retired IPS officer, to be the member or non-judicial in the Meghalaya Human Rights Commission. And that particular name and proposal, which was done by the selection committee, has been today approved by the Cabinet. Third was the selection of the candidate for the post of Zila Sainik Welfare Officer Shillong. And again, a committee headed by the Chief Secretary went through a panel of names, and they have recommended the name of Lieutenant Colonel Sebastian Marbanya, and the cabinet today has approved that particular proposal that has been given by the selection committee headed by the chief secretary.
Finally, the Meghalaya Cabinet approved the list of holidays for the year 2025.
We had cleared the list of holidays for the year 2025, and this was brought up by GAD. And there is no change in the list. It is as per the list that was there for this year. But as you're aware, as a formality for the cabinet to clear the list for the next year also, so we have done that today.